The drama surrounding 1986 was centered on one name that would soon become synonymous with raw power, unrelenting aggression, and the rebirth of fear in the heavyweight division. Mike Tyson, at only 19 years old, the young prodigy from Brooklyn, known simply as Iron Mike, was already generating whispers of inevitability in boxing circles. Fearless, hungry, and brimming with a ferocity that belied his age, Tyson stepped into the ring against a man who seemed to embody every obstacle a young fighter could face. Jameson, a towering Irishman with size, strength, and experience on his side, looked down at the teenage contender with a mix of disbelief and amusement. To the crowd, the matchup seemed lopsided. How could a boy barely out of his teens hope to survive against such a physically imposing and seasoned opponent? But the error in judgment lay in underestimating the storm that stood across the ring. Tyson was not merely a boy. He was a force of nature, a rising monster in the making, poised to redefine the boundaries of what it meant to be a heavyweight. From the opening bell, Tyson's presence in the ring was electric, his movements precise, compact, and loaded with intention. Jameson's height and weight advantage seemed promising at first, allowing him to assert a sense of control in the early exchanges. But Tyson's style, relentless, probing, and explosively powerful, rendered conventional tactics nearly irrelevant. Each time Jameson attempted to create distance or neutralize the threat with a clinch, Tyson's compact combinations 5-1 punches in rapid succession forced the larger man to the defensive, shaking him with each connection. The crowd watched as the young phenom maneuvered the ring with the confidence of a seasoned warrior, his body a coiled instrument of destruction. In the first round alone, Tyson's ability to close distance, unleash powerful hooks to the body, and mix uppercuts with devastating straight punches revealed a maturity and ferocity far beyond his years. Jameson, despite his size and experience, found himself reacting more than acting, forced to clinch repeatedly just to survive the barrage. As the rounds progressed, Tyson's dominance only became more apparent. The second round saw the young fighter pushing Jameson across the ring with relentless precision, forcing the Irishman into desperate retreats and sporadic counterpunches that barely grazed Tyson's advancing form. Every jab, every short uppercut, and every vicious hook chipped away at Jameson's resolve, demonstrating Tyson's uncanny ability to blend raw power with timing and accuracy. It was not merely strength that defined his assault, but the intelligent application of it, positioning Jameson exactly where he wanted him, exploiting openings and finishing combinations with pinpoint effectiveness. The heavyweight division, known for titanic struggles between size and skill, was witnessing a young man who seemed to render size secondary, converting every ounce of his aggression and technique into tangible dominance. Jameson, for all his experience and preparation, was quickly becoming a living testament to the idea that youth, speed, and ferocity could overwhelm even the most seasoned veteran. By the third round, Tyson's strategy was no longer just about asserting control. It was about finishing the fight decisively. The repeated power shots, each more ferocious than the last, wounded Jameson, both physically and psychologically. Despite his stature, Jameson's defenses were cracking. Clinches became more frequent, evasive maneuvers more frantic, and his confidence visibly eroded. Tyson's body shots, delivered with such precision and force, weakened Jameson's posture, leaving him vulnerable to uppercuts and hooks that could dismantle the resolve of any contender. Observers could see the culmination of Tyson's training and his natural aptitude, a young man who could read, anticipate, and punish with a ferocity that seemed almost preordained. Each flurry of punches, each timed combination, was a message sent not just to Jameson, but to the boxing world. The era of Iron Mike had arrived, and he was not to be underestimated. The fourth round became the stage for Tyson's first demonstration of complete dominance. A powerful left uppercut sent Jameson sprawling to the canvas, a violent punctuation to the relentless accumulation of punishment. Miraculously, the Irishman managed to rise before the count, a testament to courage, but the damage had been done. Tyson's relentless energy and unwavering aggression had set the tone for what was to follow in his career. Every subsequent attack, every precise strike, confirmed that this young phenom was operating on a level few could match. Even as Jameson attempted to recover, Tyson's controlled ferocity forced the referee's attention, and by the fifth round, the contest reached its inevitable conclusion. Jameson, exhausted and beaten, was unable to continue, the referee stopping the fight to prevent further harm. What had begun as a mismatch in apparent size and experience ended as a definitive showcase of raw talent, training, and unyielding determination. This bout against Michael Jameson was more than a victory. It was a coming of age, a definitive statement that Mike Tyson was not merely a rising star, but a transformative force in boxing. At only 20, he would go on to become the youngest heavyweight champion in history. But on that night in New Jersey, he had already sent a message to the world: fear was returning to the ring. The combination of speed, power, and technical precision Tyson displayed in just 5 rounds exemplified why he would become one of the most formidable figures in sports history. Jameson, despite his courage and stature, would forever be remembered as the first opponent who lasted more than 4 rounds. A small footnote in the unfolding legend of Iron Mike, yet a crucial one, highlighting the beginning of an unstoppable journey. Tyson's assault that night was not just about winning a fight. It was about rewriting expectations and demonstrating that the future of boxing could be shaped by vision, ferocity, and discipline rather than mere size and experience. The young Phenom's relentless pursuit of dominance, his calculated aggression, and the precision of his combinations foreshadowed the era of fear and respect that would define his career. Watching Tyson that night, the audience glimpsed the emergence of a man whose very presence altered the psychology of opponents. A fighter who transformed the heavyweight division into a theater of anticipation and intimidation, where the young and seemingly small could overcome the giants of the sport with skill, courage, and unmatched ferocity. If you could witness just one Tyson fight to understand his unstoppable rise, would it be this early clash with Jameson or his championship moment against Trevor Berbick? Do you believe anyone in boxing history could ever combine youth, speed, and raw power like Mike Tyson did at 19? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more dramatic fight narratives, unforgettable highlights, and the stories behind boxing's most legendary moments.